All right, hey everybody. We are back today to talk about how to grow your business here on our Growth Ventures podcast. We're glad that you have joined us today. And today we're going to be talking about a thing, especially for you B2B companies out there, business leaders. LinkedIn has recently changed their algorithm. And it's an interesting change. It's kind of the opposite of kind of what you would expect, at least based on what they're telling us. They came out, I think it was late June, that they talked about they made a couple of core algorithm changes. If you're not familiar, surely you're familiar. LinkedIn is a B2B social network. We've both, pretty much all of us have used it for finding a new job or finding contacts, or if you're a marketing agency out there, you're constantly pestering us other people that are in the marketing industry, saying you can drive us new leads. Please stop.
Yeah,
Please
that's right.
stop. So
Or polling you for answers.
oh man. Oh goodness, that's terrible. But anyway, guys. So yeah, I thought it was really interesting. I mean, when I saw it, when I heard about this, I was like, "Oh, this is actually kind of cool. It makes a lot of sense." I mean, social network. I mean, you're sharing content that you want your social contacts to get, right? Yeah, sure. And
Yeah.
so what they're saying, LinkedIn is owned by Microsoft. And what they're saying is that if they're trying to cut down on the viralness of a post. They're saying they've gotten all sorts of just people learning how to game the system, like you can over on Facebook and social media, like on TikTok and other
Sure.
like that, especially Twitter.
Mhm.
You can probably do a few different things in order to make things have a greater chance, at least, of things going viral. And what they're saying is, we're B2B. We're about content. We're about quality content, and so we've made changes that will actually stop that kind of behavior. It's an antiviral algorithm. I like that.
Yep. Yeah, they want to look to see if that content has some legs first before they start
Eh,
pushing that into networks that you're not associated with.
right. Yeah. Which makes total sense. I wish that's how social media worked, but this is I actually like this. If it works, I love it.
Yeah.
Uh, so but yeah, it's all about writing. If you write quality content, then we're going to show it to your audience that follows you and pays attention to you.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Perfect. I love it. It's
Yeah,
that's
and I don't on the, I think what was it, a year and a half, 2 years ago, they enabled the creator mode, right? Where
right.
you are a creator and you can kind of switch it. And
Right.
then, that kind of leans into that, instead of you having contacts on LinkedIn, which was, your traditional method of staying up to date with someone, now that you actually can get followers on LinkedIn
Right.
that are just literally there to follow your content if you're putting out good content.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, if they release creator mode first in the hopes that people will start creating quality content on their platform. I
Mhm.
mean, if you think about it, I mean, we've got a B2B network and that wants to help each other. Why not why not do this in such a way that you're emphasizing quality over viralness or entertainment or something along those lines?
Sure. Well, yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I spend more time on LinkedIn. Twitter's just entertainment, like you said. Like
It is.
there's so much out there, and obviously with Elon Musk's purchase and everything, he's trying to right that
Sure.
ship, and I know this week he even uh released the whole ad revenue sharing model that he had
Oh yeah.
mentioned before. So now a lot of creators
Mhm.
are getting rewarded on that platform for not so much the value of their content, but almost the volume and the reach of
Oh
that
yeah.
content.
It rewards you for creating entertaining content to make it sticky. Facebook and Twitter are all about keep people here. The doom. Yeah, I want you to doom scroll on your phone and just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and finding new and interesting content to make my brain go, ooh, I love it. Let's find more of that.
Yeah.
Well, as B2B, I want something that's going to help me. I'm not here to be entertained.
That's right.
So
Yeah, and LinkedIn is definitely the place for that. I mean, most of us on LinkedIn got our start by connecting with people that
right,
we've had a relationship with
sure.
and have built trust with
Mhm.
through, various careers. And, I think that establishes a good foundation for where that content can provide value.
Most definitely, yeah. I mean, I like it. The other they said so that was you know, the antiviral nature was kind of the one of the two things that they announced that they were changing with their algorithms. And the second one is that they're going to, and it goes exactly into this, is that they will promote quality content, meaning knowledge and advice over your hey, look at me, isn't this great, or hey, that's awesome, or hey, if self-promotional fluffy stuff. They've got AI which is watching this stuff and trying to filter out and promote those things that are high quality that people actually do care about. So
Yeah.
that's the second part of the algorithm.
Hmm. Yeah, and you see that a lot of that's comes back from where, you
Mhm.
know, LinkedIn came from, right? When someone changed their job position
Sure.
or, lost a job, you would start seeing that within your network. And I don't know if they'll de-emphasize that kind of content. Does that now become, something that, is lower priority in their strategy? Would be curious to see.
But actually, it will be. I think that I mean, it's clear Microsoft's been putting a lot of money, and there's been a lot of changes coming out on LinkedIn over the last few years, which I'm grateful to see. Because if if I want to be entertained, I'm going over to one of the normal consumer-focused social media. But at the end of the day, I mean, if I'm trying to grow my business, I'm going to be paying attention to LinkedIn and what's going on there, which means I want quality content. Don't want fluff. And so
That's
this antiviral algorithm change is spot on perfect. Hopefully, it will truly work in lifting that kind of stuff up. I don't know if I assume they already released it, um, but
Yeah, I was kind of exploring around and, and I was interested in, you know, what they do to determine like what's happening. So, and whether or not something has value and, similar to, like a Google or, any other type of search engine, they're going to, or even Twitter has trending topics, right? And
sure,
what I was doing was playing around with LinkedIn search. And, if you just type in, put your cursor in the search bar, it'll actually start showing you now. They're not calling it trending topics or anything, but it's
yeah,
almost keywords that they say, try searching on this. And I think they're going to start bubbling up those kind of hot topics on
yeah.
LinkedIn.
Well, this would be it. So that's actually an interesting point I hadn't thought about. If they've got some kind of partnership with ChatGPT, and if you've got all this wealth of great content that's flowing through LinkedIn, why not say, okay, AI engine, here's all this content coming in. Maybe I can type into LinkedIn search on a particular topic to try and figure out an answer, and I'm going to get highly relevant stuff from LinkedIn's all of LinkedIn's posts and what have you. It helps me uncover other people that maybe I haven't heard about that I want to follow, people that are putting out great advice. That to me would be the next logical step in this. If I could
Mhm.
uncover people that don't know but I want to follow because they provide amazing content.
Hmm.
That would,
You,
yeah, yeah.
you reminded me that Microsoft was a large investor in ChatGPT and LinkedIn is owned by Microsoft. Wait a minute. Where's that
It
connection
seems
going to come
logical. I would think that somebody's thought of this, but if not, then somebody reach out and yeah, I've got the idea.
from?
Just
Yeah.
don't pay me for
I'm gonna have to think more about that. What's Microsoft doing here?
you. Oh yeah, you you always got to wonder what is Microsoft doing.
Yeah, what's
They're up to
Microsoft doing?
something. They're thinking way on into the future. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, they're the only real true B2B social media platform out there.
yeah.
And so there is no competition for this, and they've got it all. They've got it solidified. There's no competing against what they've built already because of like mine, your connections, from a business to business perspective, a friend to friend. Nobody's going to compete with this. So
Yeah.
I think well, I say that, but I can't see it happening anytime soon.
Well, I know you've mentioned before too, just, understanding how people engage with content, right?
Yeah,
We like,
right.
and, with LinkedIn and just being able to post something, their analytics are still kind of, they're not like robust in
Yeah,
other,
yeah, I
other
agree
terms,
with that.
but eventually, that is going to grow with their creator
I
platform
would hope
and
so.
just giving you the analytics and knowing what kind of content really stands
Yeah.
out, not just among your immediate group, but the extended group.
Yeah. I've been noticing a couple of changes in their analytics lately. So they've obviously paying attention to it, and they have to. I mean, if they're wanting content creators on here and people to be able to have a good experience, they've got to provide the insights into what's going on so people can improve upon their content.
Yeah.
And I've said this a million times. I mean, content is king. Content was king. Content is king. Content's going to be king forever. And yes, the AIs of the world are able to create content for us. It just goes to show how important content really is.
Yeah.
Good content really is. And if I, as a person, not an AI, can create better, unique and brand new content that's going to move an audience, that's what LinkedIn's really kind of, I guess, trying to push here, is really trying to be the number one content
Source, really.
source. Yeah, once it makes
If
a lot
it's
of sense. Yeah,
Yeah, if you're a trusted source on LinkedIn and you're providing unique
exactly.
original content and they're feeding that back into a
Yeah,
AI language model, right?
yeah, true.
Then, you know, it might really provide
Yeah,
value there.
if I can discover you as a trusted source on LinkedIn, and it's clear that you've been right, you have a lot of great content, you've got a great knowledge about what your industry, service, product is, I'm much more likely, this is normal social media 101 stuff. If I see it and I like it there, then I'm more likely to do business with you if I'm capable of doing business with you.
That's right.
And so this is just another content source. So yeah, that's why they're stressing on their algorithm changes, quality content over fluffy content.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I like it.
And educational, engaging content. So
Yeah. So if you're wanting to grow a business, and you're focused on the business to business side, LinkedIn is the place to be on trying to engage a new audience, because it's definitely possible. I mean, it's easy to pick up new followers in a heartbeat. I've seen some very, very, very niche companies create a pretty sizable following over on LinkedIn that I'm, to this day, I'm like, how did you do that? How did
yeah,
you get this many people? Your product is like, what? Who's going to follow this? But at the end of the day, they're providing really good content, and you're able to attract an audience. The people are there. Every,
yeah.
every business person is out here on LinkedIn, so the audience is here.
And you just made all the sales guys happy telling them that.
Absolutely cool. Alrighty. So yeah, I think that's about it. We just wanted to talk about this. Like I said, utilize link if you're B2B space, obviously. Utilize LinkedIn, create good content, keep getting good followers, content, solid content. Don't make it fluffy, make it useful to people, that they can actually take what you have to teach, how you take your knowledge and do something with it, which hopefully includes picking up the phone or typing up an email and say, hey, I can use your help.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right, everybody. Be sure to follow us over on Click Laboratory. Follow us here on our podcast, like, share, whatever it may be. It helps us out on reaching more and more people, like on LinkedIn, where we post this as well. But you can find our podcast, YouTube, everywhere. So till next time, everybody, appreciate y'all following us and checking this out. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.